What it do, good people? Not gonna lie, this night took me on a roller coaster, man. At one point, I was deep in the money, and for some reason, I was under the impression that that nobody was really on this last this Toronto game like that. I don't know why I felt like this Toronto game was low owned and my money was secure. Then all of a sudden, I started seeing flipping lineups with Ibaka, Powell, what's his name, Lowry. I mean, it didn't knock me out the money. Everybody that follow me on Twitter, I played four main slate lineups and two late lineups. Three out of the four mains slate went over 300 in cash. One out of the two late lineup cashed. And both of the late lineups was cash were cashed in up until like 10 seconds of the game, and then um, Fox Fox had an assist. I don't know if that gave him like a double double or what, but after that assist, one lineup came out, but they both went over 300. So it was weird. One was way over 300. Shout out to DeJounte Murray. Without DeJounte Murray, my night would be garbage. But DeJounte Murray for the win. Um, and it was a good slate for me. I mean, I profited a couple bucks. Anytime I don't lose money, I think I won. Even if I tie to win, but I did make a couple bucks. It was a fun one to sweat out. Though it was a good sweat. Um, Again, I'm the best at this shit. Night in and night young, I survived this shit. If you had Ilyasova, that was tough. But he was cheap enough. I mean, I had Porzingis in a winning lineup. Got like 24 from him at 9K, and I still got to like 320. So that's just to show you that, the slate was kind of weird. But let's get right back into it for tomorrow. All right. Three games shouldn't be more than a 20-minute breakdown. And I doubt that anybody's on YouTube right now because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday night. I know folks got work in the morning and whatnot. So it's just going to be me, which is cool. If you're looking at this video and you think it's a little blurry, just go to your settings and put the quality from wherever it is to at least 480p, and then you'll get a better quality output. It won't be as blurry here. I'll fix mine. I won't fix mine because it'll just take away from my CPU usage, getting you the content. But nonetheless, Atlanta, Trey Young, 10K. Again, you see Luca got to the bag today. So the pay ups work, but I don't pay 10K for players. I just think it's a waste. In 35 minutes, he got to 52. On a game like this, because, people default with DFS to say, oh, who's my pay up for the day? That a lot of people, they come for lineups. They're like, who's the pay up for the day? I think it's not a wise way to look at things. You want value out of your players. You hold each player to a certain standard. That's how my approach is. If I don't feel like I get 6 times from you, I'm not paying for you. Period. So, um, Trey Young, I need 60. Charlotte, it's not a lot of possessions in that game. I think is it? My theory is that the pace is low. NBA teams by pace, but their games are really low scoring and drawn out, and really, I really don't like to even play. Yeah, they got the lowest pace in the whole NBA. Look at that, Charlotte Hornets, 96 point. They have the lowest pace. So I don't love that. I don't love a game with no pace because then it's just less possessions, less opportunities for the other players. But they might have to pace up tomorrow because they're playing Atlanta, which I'm pretty sure has a pretty high pace, right? Atlanta top six in pace. So either Atlanta play down or they have to play up. But Atlanta's going to be looking to push while these guys dragging. It's going to be an interesting one. But nonetheless, Trey Young, I think, is a little too expensive for this matchup. And then what's going on with Jeff T? Because that matters, right? He's questionable. A couple of these guys are questionable, and then others are probable. So there's going to be another day of waiting for news to come back. But what I can say is that I like Cam Reddish already ruled out. I like Herder. He's probable, meaning he's gonna play. They already played 23 minutes. He already got to 28. With no Reddish, I think he'll play minutes in the high 30s like he has been. And 3 out of the last 4 games, he was up into the 30s. On a slate like tomorrow, as much as I love 6 times value, you might have to settle for a little less because on these smaller slates, DraftKings tend to price up their players. But even if when you look at it, he's playing 30 something minutes, high 30s in minutes, 11 to 14 shots. His assist numbers are way up. He's getting rebounds, and he plays defense. He'll get some combination of some defensive numbers for you. And foul trouble doesn't seem to be an issue for him. He's going to be on the court. I think his floor is about 30, mid 20s maybe, but at 6K, that's kind of scary. But I do like him tomorrow with all the bang ups. I think Bembry's doubtful, right? He's questionable. So it also matters who's going to play. If Bembry sits, it makes me like him more. Hunter is banged up. He's questionable. If he sits, it makes me like him more. They're just going to be really thin. Collins, I think, is doubtful, right? Or he's probable. 9K is a little steep. Can he meet value for that? He needs what, mid 50s? I don't think I could pay 9K for Collins. No way. Right, so if it's anybody here, I'm going at Herder. The price is reasonable. Um, if Bambry plays for 3,200, I doubt I'm gonna get to that. I just don't need to do that a punt, but he might be a good punt, especially if Hunter sits. Bembry is gonna be needed for that 3,200. It's worth it for sure. And then Vince Carter, every now and then. Vince Carter in the beginning of the season was getting value. He was putting up like 30 points here and there, but now he's just getting. It's like retirement is imminent. He's done. Team's out the playoff. He offered his knowledge, his wisdom. He's ready to go. Charlotte, Rozier, I'm not a big fan. I need about 40 for this price. He just dropped 40 against his team. He only had 21. That's alarming. If you look at his rolling away splits, pretty even. 13 to 18 shots per game. Throws up a lot of threes. You don't really get too much defensive numbers. His assist numbers are below 5. Some games they get 0 rebounds. I mean, the matchup seems okay. He has to go pace up, so he'll get more possessions in this game than he's used to. Not a big fan. Graham, I like him tomorrow in the 6K area. On the entire season, he's averaging 6 times his price. In one game against his team, he already got to 6 times his price. Um, his home and away splits were much more wide, but they're starting to close, meaning it doesn't matter if he's at home or not. He's throwing up 12 to 15, 18 shots per game. But what's most impressive is I can't even say that. This guy is a risk, man. His last 2 games, though, nonetheless, his field goal percentage is in the 500s. On the entire season, though, his field goal percentage is what? 38%. And whenever he shoots 38%, his fantasy number is 27, 30, 31. So for that price, when I analyze the numbers on this guy, I feel like he's going to have one of his better games just to make me a little satisfied. And if he doesn't, you'll be disappointed. So I would say use caution. Cody Martin, the Martins have been stepping up. He went 1 for 6. He's not always going to shoot that bad. If he'd have made a couple more shots, he'd have been up in the mid 20s. So it's a guy like this I like. Getting 30 something minutes per game. Okay, he's taking, it's not a lot of shots. 6 shots. Here he only took 1 shot. But look at his assist numbers, okay? His defensive numbers are there. The assist numbers really impress me. I'm starting to think that if this guy takes more shots, the minutes are there, the assist numbers are there. I wish his field goal attempts would be more there, but um, when a guy scores 2 and 3 points and he's getting to 22 fantasy point, you want that. Okay, that's something you're looking for. So this guy might be on the trend up. I always like to scout new players on these kind of slates where it's really whack. I might give Cody a chance tomorrow. What his brother look like? Oh nah, his brother don't look like him. All right. Then Bridges for 5,500 in the last 5 games, averaging about 25. In the last 10 games, he got to 30, maybe 2, 3 times. It's not too impressive. In 37 minutes, he got to just 30, and that's a whole 37. That's a lot of minutes. I feel like I don't want to play him. I don't love him. And then this Pete Washington guy now, I'll take him. We know Biggs tend to do well against Atlanta. He already played 32 minutes. He got to 41. He's taking 11 to 15 shots, so they're getting him the ball. For a big man, he can assist. He'll kick it back out. Guys that hit the shot. His rebound number could be better. I guess he's more of a power forward, but the reason I like him is because they're playing these roulettes, so who's starting at center? Whether it be Zella, Biombo, whatever. But this guy, you know he's starting. We just need about 30, low 30s from him. In the last 3 games, he's done it. His floor seems pretty safe. Tomorrow's slate, nothing really screams at me. I'll plug him in as well. And then whoever start at center, I guess you can give him a shot. Zella, I won't play him because he's not going to get over 30 minutes. He never does. And same for Biombo. All right. Now, Hernan Gomez minutes has been trending up. So they got to find room to play this man too. So it's just too crowded there. I'll probably just use some caution. Um, on the Utah, let me see if anybody came in. Oh, I got watchers. 230 games, won 250, didn't play at 6. About to smash this 3 game slate tomorrow. I love Trey Young, George Hill, and Jokic. I know he's soft, but Giannis in Milwaukee. I'm here. I'm not missing out. No Giannis. He should get 10 plus rebounds. Uh, where we at? Right here. Utah. They playing Toronto. Toronto's coming off of a back to back. Mike Conley for 5,300. I feel like could get 30 every game, right? He just went 4 for 12 against an easy defense. I'm trying to see what he did against tough. I would say Boston is a tough for point guard, but they're not. Every point guard run it up. Cleveland is easy, 27. Washington 30. A tough matchup for point guards. Portland, Phoenix. I just feel like this guy's gonna get you just around 30 every game. Every slate that Conley's on, most of the time I just lock him in, man. Solid contributor. He's playing a team coming off of a back to back. I know that it says Toronto is not a team that you want to challenge point guards, but I seen Fox late going to run today. I don't see why Conley's a little older, and I get it. Um, it's Detroit game. I mean, you got to have 3 steals. What they playing Toronto? Yeah, I don't like Conley tomorrow. I'm gonna shy off for Conley. If I need him as a last play, I don't mind him, but I don't think I'm gonna throw him in a lit 6. D Mitch. I need 42 from him. He's getting what, 14 to 21 shots. Um, Even with good assist numbers, you'll just get to upper 30s. We need what from him? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 50% of the time it seems like he'll get you there. But this defense is tough. In 30 minutes, he already only had 26 against them. This is a tougher defense. Again, I like to look at matchups and opportunities. I don't see too much opportunity for him, just to be honest. All right, Clarkson off the bench. This bench players are people that I put in after I got my core, and I like everybody else. Ingles got bench for O'Neal. O'Neal's not doing nothing right now. Slate sucks. Maybe some Gobert, but now Gasol is back. Biggs against Toronto was a thing for a little bit. In 28 minutes, he got to 29. So if you're telling him he's going to get 30 minutes, he'll probably drop a cool 40 something. But 7,900, I need upper 40s for that. And he doesn't really do that consistent. So I have to keep it pushing, all right? Looking at Toronto, one thing that's been consistent for me is attack Mike Conley. This guy here, look, two of the last games, he got to 50. I don't see why he can't do it again today. I love Lowry tomorrow. He's the leader of this team. Norman Powell keeps getting that 40 bomb. Tomorrow he's going to have some D-Mitch defense, but I don't think it should bother him much. Let's see, any of these teams got good two guards. Look, in Denver, their two guard plays pretty good defense. He still got into the 30s. Charlotte too. So unless Fred VanVleet plays, I would say go back to normal power. Will Fred VanVleet play? Who the hell knows, man? That's what messed me up today. Because if I knew Van Vliet wasn't playing, my line would have looked a little different. But it's okay. It'll be his fifth absent. Who could end up missing one more additional game Monday as Raptors? So they'll probably finish their road stint and then coming back home, he'll play. They have 4 consecutive days off before a home date. Oh, so it's Monday, then they got the whole week. So yeah, I don't think he'll play from what I'm reading. So go ahead and give me some power for sure. I don't mind it at all. All right. Um, and then these rest of the minions. A Surge, I will go back Surge. In 20 minutes, he put up 24. He's been playing 30 plus minutes. I see him taking Gobert money easy tomorrow. Gobert has been really bad. So as long as this, so give me a Surge, Powell, Ibaka. I don't mind that. Now that guys are getting healthy, I would say stay away from Ananobi. People were big on Ananobi today. His name was popular in my inbox. I'm like, nah, you don't want Ananobi. He dropped a 16 bomb, so don't go chasing those couple games that he did weird shit. You know, it's just not worth it. McCall, don't waste any time. Siakam, we need upper, not upper, but we just need a 50. We definitely need a 50 bomb. And anytime I got to rely on him for a 50 bomb, I'm not comfortable. If I get 47 on a 3-game slate, I'll probably be happy, to be honest. Utah tends to play the 4-man pretty well, the power forward. Coming off of a back-to-back, I don't really like playing bigs like that. But he already got, well, he put up 35 real life points. How much he put up today? 23. And he still got the 45. So the 3 steals definitely helped. His rebound numbers were decent. Those are not going to be as high tomorrow, especially with Gobert on the floor. He'll settle back down around 5. It's one of those plays. This guy right here, man, could get you to 52, but then he'll settle out in the 30s. If I get 33 for 8,700, I'm not going to like it. So I'm going to use some caution, man. I'm just going to stay away from him. And then Gasol's back. He's only 4,700. But it seems like he's on a minute cap. I'm not really excited about it. And it's a back-to-back. Give me some Surge, and I'm good. Straight up. Typically on small slate, this small, I do stacks. What's up? I cashed it early, got ripped in the regular. At least you cashed somewhere. I almost got ripped. I had a comfortable lead all day to the last game, but it survived. They didn't pass me. Um, Denver versus Milwaukee. Now the Milwaukee, let me start with Milwaukee because it's just one and one thing only. Okay, you're gonna go to guard. You're gonna get on Bledsoe. You're gonna put him in. You're gonna go to Middleton and forward. You're gonna put him in. Period. Okay. There's no, um, there's no, there's no, yeah, I'm drawing a blank. I'm tired. There's no Giannis. And those two guys are the only two that could really score consistently. Brook Lopez going to end up into the 5,100s. Him and Giannis could battle it out. Not Giannis. Jokic could feud it out. I don't want him. I like them today. I actually had him in one of my lineups, but not tomorrow. I think I'm going to stay away for that price. And then on Denver, Jay Murray, 7K. I would be careful. I mean, I think he can fulfill that now that Giannis is not there. Like I said, they're not as long. That's the big thing. They're not as long. So teams, they're more able to be penetrated. This Morris kid was shooting good the other day, wasn't he? Yeah, he was like 6 for 8. But that's so far and few in between that it's not something you want to risk. Gary Harris has been having some really good games, man. Look, 24, 26, 29, 31. Those are impressive numbers, man. Consider some Gary Harris tomorrow. I like Harris. Barton has been up and down. He just dropped a 38 bomb the game before that 28. I'm not too in love with those kind of numbers. I like what I see from Gary Harris, though. And he's getting 30-plus minutes. Yeah, he shot 7 for 8, 4 for 7. This guy was going through a big slump. You know, he also had 5 steals, so we don't want to get too carried away. Who they playing? Milwaukee might be a little sloppy tomorrow. Up pace game. I don't mind it for that 4,400. Um, Porter Jr. He's not getting much run unless somebody sits, which I doubt. Too much at stake in the West for playoff and stuff. All right, Plumlee backing up Jokic, same thing. One game he'll get you 29, and then he'll follow up with two 13s, have you chasing yourself into a wall. So don't go crazy there. Millsap for 4,600. I always like to go there, but man, I don't know. When you got 10, 19, 32, and 7 for your last four fantasy output, it concerns me. It makes me not even want to consider you, to be honest. So I might just not. But we know Millsap has upside. Oh, let's not sit here and act like Millsap won't hit them with a smooth 35 for that 4.6. It's just that he's competing now with Porter Jr. He has to compete with um, Jeremy Grant. That's a lot of heads. And then we can look at some Jokic 9,500. Bigs with no Giannis probably have a better time, but I'm not paying that for Jokic, and then I get a 30 bomb. It's funny because I put a poll on Twitter, what's an appropriate price? And the consensus was mid 8,500. Me, upper sevens. And I'm thinking about it. It's not even a lot. You know, it's just ridiculous. This guy slow. I don't really like his game like that. On the Milwaukee side, we did that already, right? We just went there first. So you got $1,100. You could upgrade, downgrade. I'm not supposed to even put all this in here, but who gives a fuck? I just wanted to kind of give my thoughts, insight on tomorrow's slate. Hit me up on Twitter. You get the Twitter tag in the description below in the video, and we could chop it up until lock. All right. Until then, I'm gonna get out of here. Tired, tired. Peace, love, and blessings, y'all. I'm out.